Alright, so Star Wars Episode 8 The Last Jedi came out recently, and if you haven't already unplugged yourself from the internet to avoid spoilers, then you've probably seen how it's getting pretty much universal praise with critics. Like, tons of them are saying it's not just a good Star Wars movie, but a pretty awesome movie in general. Of course, a ton of other people who saw it are ripping it apart, but what do I know? I haven't seen it yet. Anyways, while I can't really talk about the movie itself, I can talk about some Star Wars plot holes and tidbits that I thought seemed kinda interesting. That's about the same thing, right? Anyways, one of the things that's been bothering me after rewatching all the movies in the saga is how the hell was Leia able to remember her and Luke's mother, Padme, when she was only a baby?
Do you remember your mother? Your real mother?
Just images, really. Feelings. She was very beautiful, kind, but sad.
Seriously, that part doesn't make any sense. And she and Luke are about the same age, give or take a couple seconds, so why couldn't he remember her? Now, explanations have been tossed around before, but a lot of them don't really make a whole lot of sense, like the junior novelization of Revenge of the Sith, where just after Leia was born, she was described as looking around and apparently trying to memorize every detail she can. That seems pretty straightforward and reasonable, right? I mean, come on, what doesn't make sense about a baby that was just born being able to form memories that somehow carried into adulthood? Wait, is this seriously a thing? Who the hell wrote this book? I know it's been a few years, but can the publisher get whatever paycheck they gave the writer back? Even trying to work in the Force and saying Leia's connection to it let her form lasting memories, that's kinda stretching it a little bit. I mean, for fuck's sake, she's not even a full fucking day old. And even if this somehow was a thing, right, and Leia was able to form decent memories, that's still ignoring how Luke wasn't able to do the same thing even after his training from 2 Jedi Masters. Like, you'd think he'd have more control over the Force, he should be able to remember their mom. So okay, maybe a baby being able to form lasting memories, that's a little far-fetched, even for a franchise involving little tiny green people and lightning fingers. So how else can we explain away this plot hole? Well, maybe Leia's not really referring to Padme in this scene, instead she's referring to Bail Organa's wife, Rhea Organa, who we saw at the end of Revenge of the Sith. Since we never see her again after that movie, it's possible that Leia's foster mom died when Leia was a child, leaving her only vague memories by the time Leia got all caught up in the battle against the Empire. That sounds nice, right? Well, here's the thing. The theory kinda contradicts a ton of other sources, including this panel from the 2015 comic Princess Leia #1. In the comic, we see Leia asking for a moment to honor everybody who died when Alderaan was destroyed by the Empire, specifically mentioning her foster parents. Plus, it turns out that George Lucas always meant for Leia to refer to Padme in this scene, although back then she obviously wasn't named. In 1997's Star Wars The Annotated Screenplay, Lucas is quoted as stating, "The part that I never really developed is the death of Luke and Leia's mother. I had a backstory for her in earlier drafts, but it basically didn't survive. When I got to Jedi, I wanted one of the kids to have some kind of memory of her because she will be a key figure in the new episodes I'm writing. But I really debated whether or not Leia should remember her." So okay, if Leia isn't some kind of baby genius and isn't thinking about her adoptive mother, then how else could she know about Padme? Well, I know I kind of threw out some of this theory earlier, but it could be because of a combination of her Force sensitivity and some other external factor. Remember what Yoda told Luke in The Empire Strikes Back?
Through the Force, things you will see, other places, the future, the past, old friends long gone.
We know Leia's incredibly sensitive in the Force, even without any formal Jedi training or anything like that. Remember, she was able to sense that Luke was okay after the destruction of the second Death Star.
I'm sure Luke wasn't on that thing when it blew.
He wasn't. I can feel it.
So it's entirely possible that somehow she was able to tap into the Force when she was younger and saw her mother that way. And yeah, I know this theory isn't perfect since Luke's had tons of Jedi training by the time he talks to Leia about Padme, and he still couldn't remember her, but maybe Leia's visions were triggered after seeing an old picture of her mom or something, I don't know. It just makes more sense than saying a baby girl was able to remember her mom's face literally just after she was born. But anyways guys, that's my take on how Leia was able to remember Padme even though she died pretty much right after Leia was born. If you guys agreed with anything I've said in this video, or you have your own theories you want to throw out there, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I will see you all next time. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to click that like button, maybe leave me a comment while you're at it, and go ahead and click that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to check out any of my social media pages. I've got a Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. All those links are going to be in the description below. And I've also got my last video right there in the middle of your screen, so if you want to check that out, go ahead and click it, check it out. Alright, and I will see you all next time.